the activities of one of the enterprises in Russia's military-industrial complex. He's denied the allegations. The U.S. says he's being wrongfully detained.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. First in Alabama, Kenneth Smith was executed by nitrogen gas 14 months after a lethal injection failed when they couldn't put an IV in. Witnesses say after the mask was put on Smith's face last night, he convulsed for several minutes and gasped for air.
The state called it perhaps the most humane method of execution ever devised. They added such treatment is much better than Smith gave Elizabeth Sennett nearly 36 years ago. Smith was convicted twice for his role in the grisly murder-for-hire death of Elizabeth Sennett in 1988.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff. Texas appears unwilling to comply with a Biden administration deadline today to let U.S. border agents into an Eagle Pass Park, where the Supreme Court ruled they should be allowed to go, to cut razor wire Texas agents put up to keep migrants out.
25 Republican governors are siding with Abbott, signing a joint statement in support of Texas. South Dakota's Kristi Noem is one of them, and she is heading to the border today.
I am willing to send National Guard down there to stand alongside.
And while Texas invokes its constitutional right to defend itself, the White House is refusing to say if Biden is considering federalizing the state's National Guard.
Fox's Brooks Singman. Former President Trump's urging Republicans in Congress to reject border policy changes that could be in a Senate compromise with Democrats, unless it's a perfect deal. Now, this morning, the former president is expected to attend closing arguments at a civil defamation trial in New York the day after he testified, denying author E.G. Carroll's claims he sexually assaulted her decades ago, then defamed her, denying it. America's listening to Fox News.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
News just broke out of The Hague, where the UN's International Court of Justice did not do what South Africa was demanding. The judges refused to order Israel to stop its war against Hamas in Gaza, but they did demand more to be done to limit Palestinian deaths. The case continues at the court, with South Africa alleging Israel is committing genocide. Now to the White House race. Former President Trump is saying thanks but no thanks to the Republican National Committee, which was considering a resolution to declare him the presumptive GOP nominee after winning in Iowa and New Hampshire. A Trump Truth Social message said he'd rather win at the ballot box. Now, the next contest is next month in South Carolina, where Nikki Haley will hold 2 rallies this weekend.
Former President Trump is now threatening rival Nikki Haley's donors, warning on his Truth Social they, quote, will be permanently barred from the MAGA camp.
Now, the Haley campaign's raised $1 million since that post, but Fox's Mike Emanuel also reports.
LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman, a traditional Democratic donor, reportedly won't give more to Haley unless she can demonstrate a path to victory. Another big Haley donor is publicly saying it is over for her this cycle, arguing New Hampshire was a must-win.
Now, President Biden will also hold a rally in South Carolina tomorrow, a week before the first primary there that Democrats will recognize, and the day after he went north.
Superior, Wisconsin and Duluth, Minnesota went blue in 2020, and President Biden hoping to recapture that support and change voters' views of the economy. During a stop to Superior Thursday, he unveiled over $1 billion in federal infrastructure spending for a new bridge that connects the states.
This funding is part of a larger $5 billion investment led by the Department of Transportation for 37 major projects across America.
Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down, but not by much. The day after the Dow and the S&P 500 surged to new record highs. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign County Coroner providing more details about the 18-year-old University of Illinois student found dead over the weekend in Urbana. Alcohol Dewan was discovered Saturday morning in the back porch of a building in the 1200 block of west of Otter Street after his roommate reporting him missing. So far, no foul play suspected. The Department of Education investigating allegations of anti-Semitism at Northwestern University. A complaint filed early this month claims Northwestern discriminated against students on the basis of national origin by failing to respond appropriately to incidents of harassment in recent months. 11th ranked Illinois fell 96-91 to Northwestern in overtime at Welsh Ryan Arena. Boo Buie scored game-high 29 points for the Wildcats, while Brooks Barnheiser adding 23 in the win. Northwestern now improves to 14-5, Illinois dropping to 14-5 on the season. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, okay, it's Friday, right? This is next Thursday's February, man. That's what? Next Thursday, we start the second month of 2024.
That's crazy.
It's fast. Well, Mr. Weatherman, I was in Indianapolis last night. I was at the Cincinnati Reds baseball caravan where son-in-law Jacob was invited to be part of that, which is really cool.
Good. That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, we were at the whatever mall that was on the east side of Indianapolis. Anyway, when I drove home, I've driven in a lot of weather, and I would say a 10 would be a blizzard where you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say last night might have been a 9.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Foggy in 2 straight hours of sheets of rain, and you're behind a semi, you can't see a thing. I mean, it's you either go 40 miles an hour, maybe even 35, or you got to go 70 to get around. Otherwise, it was really difficult, and it was, I collapsed when I got home. I was so tired. It was really a tough drive. And my wife and Christian and Nathaniel and Benjamin, they went up to Milwaukee to go skiing, and it was the same 4 hours. It was just,
I was going to say that they ran through the same northbound rain area.
It was a challenging drive last night. In any event, at least it wasn't 30. It was 40. So that's a big difference. But we have mild stuff, man. This is awesome. Every day is closer to springtime, man.
Mm-hmm. That is the way to look at it, absolutely. But it also opens up kind of a can of worms over this week so far. Most rain gauges, are anywhere between 3/4 of an inch. That's manageable, along with snow cover. But some spots have been in the 1.25 to almost 2 inches of rain.
Well, that would have been 2 feet of snow, right? That could have been
2 feet of snow. But we've melted that snow. That snow in some areas had like an inch or two worth of water on top of it. So, keep an eye on these streams and rivers. Through Pike County. We've got some flooding going on.
Good to have accurate weather, and that's what we got with meteorologist Greg Soya, brought to you this morning by Carl.
Carl reminds you life is unexpected when it comes to your health, and Carl's there to help you. Whether it's advanced diagnostics or just a visit to convenient care, whatever comes your way, you can learn more at carl.org.
All right, Mr. Weatherman, what do we see for our weekend?
Well, we don't see much this morning. Right now, we're kind of back in the thick of it in some areas, but at least the organized rains for now out of eastern Iowa, southwest Wisconsin, a little bit of snow mixed in there. We're 36 at Willard and Savoy, half-mile visibility there, 34 Rantoul, 5/8 of a mile, so pretty thick there. 36 at Danville with 5/8 of a mile, and 34 degrees at Bloomington Normal in that corridor from Bloomington Normal down to Danville. Dense fog advisory till roughly 10 o'clock this morning. Then you've got ongoing flood watches and some counties that are in flood warnings mode along the Wabash, West Lafayette on southward, Piatt County in that particular area because of runoff and some snow that we had starting off the week. At least that snow melt there around Monticello, the Sangamon River. The worst of it, though, Wilmington, downtown Wilmington up near the Kankakee in Kankakee County. They are in the midst of high water off of ice jamming in the Kankakee, and of course close to 2 inches of rain plus a couple of inches of water equivalent snow melt over the past several days. So welcome to almost an early spring mode around here, and temperatures will be just that for next week around here, but we see signs of a very moisture-laden and active start to the month of February, so hopefully some dry time is needed, and we'll get it here for next week. But in the meantime, for the day-to-day, cloudy, foggy, areas with some drizzle, and some dense fog this morning up to 43. We'll bottom out tonight, foggy again in spots at 36. Tomorrow, some fog to start, little rain late in the day, the high near 42. Maybe a snowflake, you remember that, what that is here Sunday morning. Other than that, mostly cloudy, 41. A little bit of sun trying to work in each day next week. 42 on Monday, 44 Tuesday, 46 Wednesday, close to 50 on Thursday. We'll round out late next week, still well into the 40s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Rochas, Greg Solgate.
Yeah, there are a number of Reds fans in Indianapolis. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours to, I think, Cincinnati from Indianapolis. But their caravan went to all kinds of schools and things. We have the Cardinal Caravan. We love doing that at the iHotel every year. But no, baseball is baseball, and it's really fun to see the excitement of different fandoms. But enjoyed watching Jacob speak last night as well. They had Marty Brenneman was there. He's WLW. Blowtorch for Cincinnati, 50,000 watts, Clear Channel AM. And I used to hear him at night. I could go to WLW years ago, but Marty's 82 and broadcast the Reds for 47 years. So that was kind of cool to see that as well, but it was really fun. And then I guess one of the most disconcerting parts of it, we're at this mall in Indianapolis, right? It's a mall in Indianapolis, Indiana. And so I'm leaving the food court with my Chick-fil-A in hand. I said, after I get about an hour on the road, I'll have this. I don't want to get tired. You eat, you kind of sometimes get tired.
It's going to get cold on
I don't care. What the heck? Tasted good. Anyway, so when I was leaving the food court of the mall, somebody from Indianapolis said, be careful out there. What do you mean? Just look around as you... I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm leaving a mall, and I'm supposed to be careful for what? Oh, you're having that kind of problem here, too, with crime, huh?
I see.
So I'm walking out to the car.
I thought they meant the fog.
No, they're talking about crime.
Okay.
And so as you walk around, even in Champaign at the mall, do you look around? Do you look around and say, okay, those three over there?
I mean, sort of.
Well,
and when I walk into my car, I always have my key between my fingers in case I have to jab somebody in the throat or something.
What if there's three of them? That's probably not going to...
I mean, I'm still going to, kick or holler or it could be that I come at them with, I think I know your mom. What's your name?
Yeah.
And that sometimes takes things to a turn. I've done that twice in my lifetime.
I guess the message is be aware where you are.
It's true.
At all times. What? Yeah, I think that's true. And I was walking, there were three guys walking across the, 20 feet from me. And I kind of made sure they saw that I saw.
Yeah.
And, it's just a whole different mindset when you're.
It is.
Be careful as you go to your car. Well, the car's 100 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be careful. What the heck? Well, that's what's in our mind right now. So it's not a bad idea. I don't know what you're supposed to do except stay near lit areas.
Right.
Make sure you can get back, run back. Nothing's worth your car. Carjacking's a thing.
Carjacking is a thing. I saw a report on Decatur, and there was a lady, grocery store or something, and somebody had run in because of the cold conditions with their car on and thought they were only going to be a second, and somebody hopped in and left.
I think about that. I do that from time to time, and that's probably not a good idea at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's ways now, particularly with the keyless fobs, where you can actually lock it and leave it running.
Right.
But you still smash the window, but they can't start it when they stop it.
That's
right. It runs out of gas, you're done, kind of thing. Anyway, I guess it's our life where you just have to kind of ratchet up the awareness of where you are, what you're doing, and who's around you, and what your plan is. I mean, you got to kind of think through all those things, I guess, just in case.
That's right.
But I guess it's kind of a bummer to know that, we're at that point. But it's always a good idea to be observant, pretend you're on some CSI detective show so you can kind of be observant of what you're seeing. But that's not a bad idea. All right, it's 7:14. Illinois plays tomorrow. The women lost last night.
Right.
Guys play tomorrow.
That's right. And that's sports.
Okay. We got 2 football games Saturday that have some interest.
Yes, we do.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I guess it's Baltimore.
Sunday, you mean, huh?
Sunday.
Okay.
2 games Sunday. I guess it's Baltimore and San Francisco. They're favored.
Oh.
But would you bet $1 against Patrick Mahomes? And I don't know. The Lions feel Cinderella-y to me.
Right.
I don't know. Is Brock Purdy that good?
I mean, I think I'm going for Chiefs-Lions at this point, but you're saying that's against what everybody's saying.
No,
huh?
I think both the home teams are favored. They normally are, but
Baltimore and San Francisco hosting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one's at 2 on CBS on Sunday, and the Detroit Lions and San Francisco 49ers 5:30 on Fox.
Do we want to see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Taylor Swifties? Do we want to see them? Or are we tired?
Sorta.
Okay. I mean, if
and now with the brother going shirtless, there was a cookie company that used these chocolate shavings to have Travis's hairy chest.
How many beers?
Made a cookie cake
how many
about
beers did Jason Kelsey consume? He's a big center for
Jason is who I'm talking about.
Jason
He
Kelsey's
was the one
the
up
center.
in the suite.
He had a big beard, took his shirt off. I think he'd had a number of beers.
I think so too.
I think his wife wasn't super pleased because
That's right.
she had told him this is our first time to really gather with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So apparently the story goes where he had mentioned on his podcast that his wife wasn't thrilled. And I think she's pregnant with their fourth child.
Oh, boy.
And I think I heard reports that Monday, Kylie Kelsey, the wife of Jason Kelsey, the shirtless wonder, at the game on Saturday in Buffalo, went out and bought the cat that he didn't want. And he couldn't say a thing. Got my cat. So that's what I'm hearing. It's on the grapevine.
You just never know.
So, I mean, does Taylor Swift, I know some people are going, it's football. Come on, it's football. Actually, she's helped Travis sell 400,000 jerseys.
I know that.
And I think the audience, how many million watched Kansas City?
You know what? Maybe Usher should invite Taylor Swift to be part of the halftime show.
I think that would be a blockbuster. That would be humongous if she popped
such
out.
a big part of this whole season.
They would go nuts. There's no way you can keep that quiet.
I love that idea.
That would be an explosion.
That's my new thing.
Be nuts. Kansas City have to be in a Super Bowl.
Right.
She's not going otherwise.
That's right.
Can't she come down and sing something? Just sing something.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great idea.
Shake it up. Shake it up. All right, we had track and
name
field.
I can't name one Taylor. I can't name one Taylor Swift song.
I just sang one.
But I can't name a title of a song.
Love Story.
Just the Way You Are, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, Piano Man.
Okay.
I got that down.
By the way, Billy Joel, Sting at the end of September, Busch Stadium in St. Louis.
Yeah.
We should double date, take our spouses, have some fun.
Billy Joel should call me and have me backstage.
And Sting?
I would go if Billy called me and I could sit backstage.
And I would for Sting. So we're all covered.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting for the call. That will never come.
Me too.
So,
and I even wrote my phone number on the panties that I bought.
Yeah, you've gone too far with Sting.
Right?
You've gone too far. The Sting thing needs to end.
I mean, they weren't really...
You be a fan, but you don't need to be sending notes.
And to be fair, it wasn't my panties. They were smaller and they were more feminine than what the granny panties I know.
I don't need... It's,
okay, too much information.
Too much information.
So in any case, yes, it's striped the State Farm Center tomorrow, and odd orange and even blue if you're in those sections. I was asking Kyle because he's part of the Orange Crush, and he said, we're all orange no matter what. I mean, it's the Orange Crush diet. So it's 2 o'clock tomorrow as number 10 Illinois takes on Indiana. We had Ohio State taking down the Illini women's basketball team 67-59. Now Sunday, when we face Minnesota at 2, it's girls and women in Sports Day. So come on out and support the women's basketball team. The Track and Field Illini Challenge is today and tomorrow. Our Illini women's track team ranked number 1. Wrestling takes on Iowa, number 2 Iowa, tonight at 8.
Weather brought to you by Busey for over 150 years. Busey, member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and Vicinity still dealing with the remnants of this weather system that has brought anywhere from 3/4 to as much as 2 inches of rain over the past week across the area. You can see it was standing water in some of the fields and swollen streams and rivers. And for the day-to-day, a little bit of fog, a little bit of drizzle, and still some pockets of dense fog this morning. 43 later on today with an overcast sky, light northwest to west wind. Cloudy tonight, areas of fog, locally dense as the night wears on, down to 36 for the day tomorrow. Again, a touch of fog in the morning, a little rain later in the afternoon. Highs up to 42 with a light northeast wind. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Could be a snow shower here on Sunday morning. You remember what that is. Highs up to 41 with a mostly cloudy sky. Quiet and a seasonally mild weather pattern for next week. Could approach 50 on Thursday. Otherwise, high temperatures will range into the low to mid-40s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 40s again next Friday. Overnight readings generally into the 30s. And again, moisture-free across the area. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olshes, Greg Solgay.
A tradition of excellence over 150 years in the making. At Busey Bank, we're committed to building relationships that span generations. Wherever your journey in life leads you, we are with you along the way, creating a legacy for you and your family. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth, since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
American Express is reporting a weaker than expected quarter. Both earnings and revenue missed forecast. The credit card company's been putting aside more money to cover in the event people are delinquent on their credit cards. However, the stock is higher because Amex is raising expectations for this year, and it's raising the dividend it pays shareholders. Colgate-Palmolive shares are higher after it reported an upbeat quarter. Tesla shares are slightly higher today after a rough stretch for the electric vehicle company's stock. Tesla shares are down more than 25% in the past 4 weeks, taking the stock down to its lowest level since May. Its earnings and revenue were disappointing. The stock declined more than 12% on Thursday, its worst one-day drop in more than a year. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
New from the Fox News Podcast Network.
I'm Emily Campagno, and this is the Fox True Crime Podcast.
And I had nothing to do with her disappearance.
I sit down with the people who lived the nightmares.
I was in shock. I was just devastated.
The investigators who tirelessly worked on the case.
And I really hope that they can catch this guy.
Bringing you closer to the story than you ever thought possible.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
These are the stories that keep you up at night.
All right, 7:22. So the U of I student that died, and we don't know why, 18-year-old kiddo that they don't suspect foul play, but they don't know why he died. They found him outside. Was it extreme enough to freeze?
Right. And now the Dewan parents are, mad and filing a complaint against the U of I police, saying they were negligent in searching for their son when he went missing. Really, 1:23 is when the friends reported that he was gone and then not found until 11:08 a.m. the next morning in the 1200 block of West Nevada Street, where a U of I employee discovered him on this back porch of a building. Now, there was a reporter doing a live shot from that area yesterday, and, you see the yellow tape, but it is a porch that is really kind of tucked away. And
But did he live there? Did he? Well, I just don't know enough details of... Was there no trauma to his body? Was there no heart attack? I mean, I just don't know.
The locations of where Akur Dewan was reported missing and where he was found more than 9 hours later are less than 400 feet apart. His phone had traced him to the Canopy Club, which is right near Cranard Center off, Gregory? And then on Nevada is where he was found. So the parents are saying we really need answers.
But he was reported missing at 11 something, and
1:23
a.m. and so
found at 11:08 a.m.
And
so
I don't know.
The steps that the police took were accessing local hospitals, ID card information to see if he had entered any other campus buildings. They attempted to reach the student by telephone. The battery was totally dead on the phone.
Sounds like they were very active in trying.
Right. The students' residence halls, likely paths between the quad, the streets, between, where he was living and the Canopy Club.
What was the temperature? Was it cold enough to freeze?
Okay. I feel like
Sub-zero?
On Saturday night it might have been below zero.
But do you die in below zero?
Hypothermia was the cause of death.
What temperature does a person freeze? I don't even know that.
And how long does that take?
I don't know.
And was he wearing a coat? And the toxicology reports are not in. So I don't know.
We have no idea the situation. If he had anything in his system, if he didn't have anything, we don't know.
Right.
But we just, it's obviously unusual, thankfully, that this kind of thing happens. We've had accidents where people die.
Right.
But we kind of know why.
Right.
Whatever the reason.
And this is no foul play is suspected.
No, I don't know.
And, I don't, if it fell or whatever. Maybe
but if the police are searching in the middle of the night, sadly, there are a whole lot of college students every weekend that nobody knows their whereabouts.
Right.
Then again, maybe nobody says, "Hey, I don't know where they are," And they did that this time, but the police sounded very active to me based on what you just said. So,
Turned 18 in September into robotics, what drove him to the U of I Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering.
Well, it's a tragedy. It certainly
sure is. And I talk to my own kids because they don't like wearing coats because it's bulky. You don't know where to put them. And I don't know if that's a factor in all of this, but certainly on a cold night. But if you live close to a club and you're trying to go out and be social,
I know.
Maybe you're not properly with the layers and all that and warm. You never know when an accident's going to happen, Stevie.
I mean, no, it's true.
The kids should have something in the car in case they, we
don't do that. I mean, you rush around, you do your thing. We're just going over here. We'll be right back. It just happens and stuff happens. But no, there's a lot of questions they're trying to get answered.
Mm-hmm.
But let's hope they find all those answers. Hey, all right, 725. Yesterday's winners. We had 2 winners for our Clay Dooley. We gave out a set of 4 tires, $500 off each. We're going to do it again in February. And a whole lot of you need tires. So hang in there. It's coming back in February.
That's right.
Another chance to get that. But $500 off a set of 4 is a very good deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. All right, 726, Illinois, Indiana tomorrow. Let's see if we can do something really fast.
Okay.
I used to be able to talk and type and everything else. Okay, let's do this. Go here.
Okay.
This is so sad. I used to be able to do this and talk coherently.
While you're doing that, I know I was at a luncheon yesterday, and the I Read, I Count volunteers that the Chamber are putting together for local schools, it's a really good program in case you'd like to get involved in 2024. I Read, I Count.
Say it again.
Just an online search away.
I Read, I Count.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
Superstar Ben Quattrone, Sarah Champagne. Big timer, great guy, great dealership. I was there the other day and was so impressed.
Yes.
Always impressed. I can eat off all your floors. Chris over at Honda. Just great. Curtis, they're just good, man. All of them are good. How you doing that? You're not there every second. How they're just all good, Ben?
A lot of them have been here forever. They know how they want to be treated, and maybe I give them a little too much rope, but I just say, you guys make the call. Just do what's right, and we'll figure it out.
Ben Quattrone has been very nice to us, and apparently this just in, you got 2 sweet tickets for the Indiana game tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That what we
got? They're good seats. They're up in 124.
Wow.
But it's in the lower part of that sort of second level. They're right behind kind of where the coaches' families usually sit.
No, that's huge.
I'm going to look. I'm pretty sure I have a parking pass to go along with it.
Come on, man.
And
this is sellout. This is sellout. It's a sellout, man.
Okay.
This is sold. This is hot. All right, so 2 tickets, 124 from Sarah Champagne. Are we having them come find you? How do we do this?
Yeah, have them come to the dealership, and they can just walk in any of the buildings, the Subaru store, the Honda store, GM, what it doesn't matter. Just the sales manager on all our rooftops is the receptionist.
That's awesome.
And they all know the deal. They just go see them, and then those guys will find me, and I'll come to you.
Okay, I'll text you the name at some point.
Yeah. So what you do is you text in SERRA, Sarah.
Oh, usually we ask for them to text in Sarah, and we don't tell them how to spell it.
Oh,
and
darn.
they have to spell
Dang
it correctly.
Yeah. Forget I said that. I'm run that back. I just didn't say anything. Text in Sarah properly. Dang it. 217-359-2255. You want 2 sweet tickets for Illinois, Indiana, 2 o'clock tip tomorrow at State Farm. 217-359-2255.
And
Text in Sarah.
away we go.
How's it looking
It's
over
a
there?
whole bunch.
It got
that
creamed.
came in.
Just got creamed. Because when Uncle Ben calls, baby, it means serious quality.
That's
here,
right.
man.
Go Alana.
Woo! Well, listen, someday we'll have to get on the radio with you, Ben, and talk about football and injuries.
Let's do it.
Oh, my gosh. You remember Joe Theismann?
Sure. Yeah,
Joe Theismann, Ben
yeah.
Quattrone went through something.
Okay.
It's just unbelievable. Maybe worse than Joe Theismann.
Wow.
Anyway, you're the man, my friend. I appreciate it very much, and have a great weekend. Go Illini.
All right, everybody. You too. Go Illini.
Section 124,
This
Ben Quattrone, Sarah Automotive. Texting in Sarah to try to win a pair of tickets.
And you ask them whoever, you can't sell these.
Oh, absolutely.
No scalping.
I mean, what?
You could get a lot for these. Have you looked at StubHub for Illinois, Indiana? It's a hot one.
Okay.
Maybe not quite as hot from Bloomington, Indiana, because Indiana has not had the year they wanted. So we'll see. We have to play well to win. It's blah, blah, blah. Same thing. If we don't play
tomorrow at 2 is the tip-off.
All right. So text in Sarah. You got to spell it right.
That's right.
217-359-2255, and we shall find a winner.
Luke Goody sounded good on the radio yesterday with the guys.
Good kid. Good guy. All right, Brother Johnny on Friday. That's next.
Short-term market fluctuations can be unnerving for everyone. A proven way to tune out the noise and focus on long-term investment goals is to adhere to a well-constructed investment plan. This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. If you don't have a plan, we can help create one designed specifically for you. Call us today for a complimentary consultation at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The UN's highest court has not ordered Israel to cease its attacks, but to take actions to ensure its soldiers and citizens adhere to the Genocide Convention. Joan Donahue is the president of the court.
Senior United Nations officials have repeatedly called attention to the risk of further deterioration of conditions in the Gaza Strip.
Israel has dismissed accusations of genocide. Texas Governor Greg Abbott and President Biden squabbling over fencing in a park in Eagle Pass. Montana Governor Greg Gianforte backs Abbott.
The Biden administration is now instructing Customs and Border Patrol to remove barriers at the southern border. They should be working with Texas.
The Republican on the bottom line, Texas has no plans to reopen Shelby Park today. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A preliminary hearing in the criminal rape case against University of Illinois basketball player Terrence Shannon Jr. is being delayed. Kansas hearing was pushed back to May 10th from February 23rd. Due to a scheduling conflict, delay clears the way for Shannon to play the rest of the year. He was suspended last month after being arrested on a rape charge out of Kansas. Illinois Supreme Court rejecting a motion to review a lower court's decision to reinstate murder charges against a Mequon woman accused of killing former Mequon Police Chief Richard Young. The state's High Court ruling allows the No County State's Attorney's Office to proceed with its prosecution against Marcy Oglesby. Number of Central Illinois residents could see their water bills go up by the end of this year. Aqua Illinois has filed a request for the Illinois Commerce Commission to increase the rate they charge for water. If approved, customers will see their bill go up by $8.50 a month. Gas prices around the country staying pretty moderately. Shop around for the best price. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Okay, we checked this weather. Pretty darn mild, pretty darn nice. Brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Think warm thoughts. Get your summer pool plans ready now. The memberships, the individual passes, the punch cards, all available at the Phillips Recreation Center. And that's where you turn in your photographic prints for the competition coming up in February. Learn more about that at urbanaparks.org.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity over the next couple of days at least. Less rain and less fog, the best we can do for you here. A mild weather pattern, though, continues on, and a largely dry weather pattern at that for much of next week, allowing for some standing water in the swollen streams and rivers to ease on down. Cloudy for the day-to-day, some areas of fog and drizzle, and some locally dense fog again in spots this morning, up to 43 later this afternoon on a gentle northwest and west wind. Cloudy tonight, areas of fog, again locally dense, low down to 36. Tomorrow mainly cloudy, some patchy fog in the morning, a little bit of light rain in the later afternoon with a high to about 42 on a light northeast wind. A little bit of rain in spots tomorrow night with bottom out at 36. And for the day on Sunday, maybe an isolated snow shower in the early morning, and mostly cloudy and 41. Partly sunny skies expected for much of next week. 42 on Monday, 44 on Tuesday, 46 on Wednesday. High temperatures still well into the 40s around here for next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Yeah, Billy Joel and Sting in St. Louis at Busch Stadium. Cardinals are promoting that.
I think it's September 27th.
Yeah, and I would go if Billy sent his limo and I got to be backstage. So
I mean,
up the ante. I'm not going to drive and park. No chance. Okay,
it might be too darn loud. Kid.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Billy, could you dial that back? Okay. Brother Johnny's in New Orleans. Johnny, did you have a good birthday?
I did. Thank you very much.
Sure did.
72 years ago today, our mother and father got married.
Wow, that's right, their anniversary.
You know, they got
January
married
26th.
Akron, Ohio, and wouldn't they have thought, gosh, is that going to be... And it rained, but it didn't snow or anything.
Okay.
But there was a picture in the paper in the Akron Beacon, I think, and their cheeks were together at the back of the car, and it said, East meets West. My father came to America and met somebody from the West.
Okay.
And he was about to go back to his home before he defended his thesis for his PhD in civil engineering, and he had to defend it in French and German, and he didn't know German. And his advisor said, you can't go. And his dad said he was so mad. And apparently, he just picked up a book and learned German in a month? I don't know. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable story. Unbelievable.
Well,
how did you have to defend a thesis in 2 other languages? Right. What year? That was like 1949 or something. Crazy.
I think it's another shining example of this great country.
Yeah.
I remember I'd say it might be nice to live in somewhere like Switzerland. He said, don't even think about it. He said, don't even think about leaving this country.
Okay.
It's just the best there is. And I think he's right.
Mm-hmm.
No, he is. And yet in the last, decade or two, it feels a little slippage is going on. And our president of the United States was in Wisconsin yesterday. Our friend John Decker got to ride on Air Force One. He sent us the menu. Pretty cool. That's so cool. And
it's a tough job, man.
I told him if I get in line with you as part of the press and you just say he's with me, would that work? And he said no. And then he sent me a picture of the president in a bar. Amy Klobuchar's got a beer in her hand. And it was in Wisconsin. She's from Minnesota. Anyway, she was there too. But I got to show Diane this picture of the president. And look at that. He's just kind of hanging around.
Okay.
And there's a guy back here. See the guy in the very back there?
Yeah.
That's Secret Service.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's no Secret Service president, Johnny. And John said everybody there in this picture, like standing at the bar, like the Philo Tavern, everybody has been vetted.
Sure.
They went through every single person that would possibly be near the president. But he's just kind of standing there. Well, anyway, he spoke, and I'm so glad Johnny's on the Tapman's Towing phone line because he's going to tell me what the president just said here.
Beer brewed here, it is used to make the brewed beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. Beer brewed here, it is used to make the brewed beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes.
Johnny?
Well, he's saying it's easy to brew beer here because of the great water in the Great Lakes, I think. I've learned Joe Biden a little bit.
I was going to say, that's pretty good translation.
Thanks for the interpretation.
Because I think, in defense of Joe Biden, they listened to after he's done, they laughed like heck. They're not laughing at him. I think they understood what he said.
Beer brewed here, it is used to make the brewed beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder why he's saying.
So I mean, they understood him, but just as a parallel, Joe Biden, 2012 vice presidential debate with Paul Ryan. This is Joe Biden.
First of all, I was there when Ronald Reagan tax breaks. He gave specifics of what he was going to cut. No, number one, in terms of tax expenditures. Number two.
All right, so obviously there's quite a difference.
Oh yeah, no, it's.
I don't think he's going to make it. I do not think he'll be the nominee for the Democratic Party. I think somebody else. And, of course, I'm hearing Michelle Obama, man on the street. Somebody said, Michelle, save us.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she wants to. I don't know that she's as sure of walking in as everybody else is. And that would not be good. They're in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, no, and she knows what it is, and she never liked it anyway. But,
no, I don't think she'd like to do
again,
it.
Where's America when Oprah could really, really, truly win? I mean, what's that say? When somebody...
Well, first of all, I do think it says something about Oprah. She's pretty well liked and pretty smart.
But what has she done to be qualified for that?
She's gotten notoriety. I mean, people know her name, and people look up to her, and that's all the qualifications that the average voter thinks you need. I don't think we're able
She's
to
a good communicator.
Well, what does she know about the fair trade agreement? What does she know about?
She could learn, and what do you need to know?
Well,
what do other
I guess if I were to get the Alabama head football coaching job, I'd win 10. I'd just get a bunch of people that know football, right? I guess you get people that know stuff, and I guess you lead by getting great advice, but you better pick the right people, too.
Well, I think you're pointing out one of the weaknesses of our system, which is it's such a big country. You've got guys like The Rock could probably do pretty well in an election. And just our celebrity and that name recognition is a big part of it. And what you actually know, isn't measurable, because you can prepare for the debate and at least make it look like you can manage anything. You don't have to know much about anything. You can make an appearance that you can manage. I never thought Joe ever demonstrated a great deal of management skills or common sense. So I didn't think he was a very good candidate.
He always has had speaking issues with gaffes and things, always.
Yeah, well, he's just...
And he used to smell hair, which I thought was just incredibly weird. Yeah. Hey, okay, so how could Donald Trump win 49 states? Pick Taylor Swift as his vice president. Boom.
Oh.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, I think, is dynamically 360 away from, or 180 away from Donald Trump. I think she's definitely. Anyway, Taylor Swift has 200 million people following her on Twitter.
No, she is amazing as far as, it's an Elvis phenomenon, Beatles thing.
Yeah,
it's
it
definitely
really is.
in that category.
Yeah.
And she had always been good, but man, talk about making it to another level. And
is she not the best known female in the world?
Yeah, I would think so. But you do have Oprah and you do have Michelle Obama. So, and I don't know about other dignitaries around the world. So it's
but there's not 300,000 people buying Barack Obama's jersey. That's what Travis Kelce sold, 350,000 jerseys because he's dating Taylor Swift.
You're right.
How much joy? That's a lot of cash.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Holy cow! And I think Donald Trump is probably the best known man in the world.
Yeah, I think as far as the name, no doubt about it.
Right.
And so it's the modern age. But yeah, Kelsey could run. Yeah, what about him?
Travis Kelce, First Lady Taylor Swift, or Taylor Swift, First Gentleman Travis Kelce with his brother Jason at the White House taking his shirt off. That'd be just really sweet. Jason Kelce's getting a lot of attention, took his shirt off and kind of had some fun with the kids, and I think he's kind of a man of the people kind of guy, and just really quite the character. The people really like the guy, and he had a beer in his hand, Johnny, and the beer looked like a 2-ounce can of V8. I mean, he just must have a big old mitt because he couldn't see the beer can very well. All right, so I wanted to get to the NFL because you're going to tell me he's going to be in the Super Bowl. Jared Goff is the Lions quarterback.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a great year up to this point. We've got hopefully 2 more to win, and but yeah, we've done a great job, and the line's kept me upright and made some throws, and our receivers have played great, and our running backs have played great. So yeah, I think the quarterback is often a product of what's around him, and obviously I got a lot of confidence in myself, but I got a lot of great players around me who have helped me out this year and made things easier.
Okay, so do I hold it against Jared Goff that he was the quarterback when the Saints got robbed of their Super Bowl appearance because that pass interference play that changed the NFL rule for a year?
No, you can't hold it against him. I was there, and he had nothing to do with the call. But I got to tell you, even then at the game, I'm like, man, how did he do that? Because you could almost not move because of the wall of noise in that dome. When he had to go down the field, nobody could hear a thing. And somehow they drove down, and they had to kick a 55-yard field goal to send it to overtime. Or maybe it won the game. That I don't remember, but he did a heck of a job there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Brutal.
They didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They weren't as good as the Patriots. But, no, I think he can win. I don't think that either Goff or Purdy is one of those elite quarterbacks that can win the Super Bowl. I think Goff and the Lions can beat San Francisco, but that's because of McCaffrey. Nobody can tackle him. I don't get that. Good. But but Purdy's great. It's Shanahan though that he follows the script. I don't think he has a quick enough step, which is and a strong enough arm. But he's great. I'm not saying he's not good, but to win a Super Bowl now, you got to be Superman. And like the AFC's got three of them. It's Josh Allen and Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
So you got two in the AFC Championship. You're saying both of those guys are your superstar level quarterbacks that can win a Super Bowl. Obviously,
they're
Travis
your
Kelce.
Super Bowl champion.
And obviously, Patrick Mahomes has won 2 already.
Well, and I think Lamar's going to take him out this time.
All right.
And I have Detroit playing in their first Super Bowl.
Oh.
I think it's their first NFC Championship game, too.
It is. They've never won a Super Bowl. I know they've never been in the Super Bowl. I know, but I don't know NFC. It just, of course, dear sweet Lions. I mean, I'm truly rooting.
Well, if you're not, at least pulling for Detroit in some manner, I can tell you how it feels to be the underdog because that was just a few years after Katrina. We'd never won anything. And what that did to this city is probably a shame. How important that was.
Yeah.
And what it can do for Detroit is just amazing.
Well,
and just getting to the Super Bowl is really a big thing. But I think they can. I had Green Bay beating San Fran.
That was close.
Well, they just choked it into the next galaxy. I'm sorry.
but doesn't the Lion coach Dan Campbell have a little Ditka-ish in him? I mean,
yeah, he was a Saint assistant coach.
Yeah, and Dan Campbell was on a radio show a week or two ago when they went for 2. I think I told you this, Johnny. They were going for 2. They lost the game. And the announcer's going, well, do you think that was the analytics? Was that the right? What? And Dan Campbell said, why don't you say what you're thinking? No, I'm curious, Coach. No, tell me what you're thinking. I thought it was reckless. Okay, that's fine. You thought it was, I disagree.
Well, I have to say, so Steve, to be fair, since you did mention it, he went for 2. They thought they won because he had a tackle that caught a touchdown pass, but the tackle didn't report. So then that's 5 yards. Now it's from the 7.5. Yeah. That's what was reckless. And he still went for 2, but the other team jumps off sides. So now he's back where he started, and he goes for 2 again. At that point, you know, he's like Mike. He's just like, we're going for 2. That's it.
I'm rooting for Dan Campbell and the Lions for sure. I'm nothing. I think Patrick Mahomes might be the best, end up being the best ever. And I would never bet against Patrick Mahomes winning a football game. But it's six years in a row AFC Championship, unbelievable. I guess I'm okay with somebody else in there. Although we missed the Taylor Swift part. And Diane says if Taylor Swift goes to the Super Bowl, maybe she'll jump out at halftime and do a song with Usher. Maybe.
Actually, that might make the difference just because she's hanging around.
Exactly.
But I think that what you probably don't realize is that Lamar Jackson's been nicked the last 2 years.
Ooh.
He's been not quite
injured. Yeah,
100%. Right. And he's 100%. And when he's 100%, first of all, you have 2 sets of routes. You run your regular route, and then he'll move around, and you run another route. And then if you're not open, he'll run 30 yards. And kind of like Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen. So that's so impossible to defend, I think. And then Harbaugh's a good coach. You got the Harbaugh brothers maybe owning America football with Harbaugh as Jim's the national champ in college, and John will be the NFL champ. And he's got a good defense, Steve.
Yeah, he does.
So they're going to be hard to beat in Baltimore.
Well, and Jack Harbaugh had won a national championship in Division II, I think, is their dad.
And I didn't know that.
And then and so when Jim won the national championship with Michigan, former Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh, now with the Chargers, when he won that, he said, at least now I can sit at the table.
Yeah.
Because he could be with his brother John. Yeah. The big boy table.
That's funny.
So anyway, it's when Michigan comes to town for the Red Grange game next year, I wonder what they'll look like. They're going to be really good, but there's going to be some transfers and coaching. Obviously, they're looking at the guy that took over for Jim when he was suspended for those 5 or 6 times with the stealing signs gate. So we'll see. Michigan is in town in Champaign to play the Illini next year. So
all right. Well,
we'll see.
We beat them 2 years ago, and they just didn't make the. I'm blaming that one on the officials.
J.J. McCarthy, is that the quarterback that had his knee on the ground with the ball on the ground?
Yeah.
That was fourth down that we had the ball back and won the game, and they didn't call Pat.
That's right.
Went and kicked a field goal and beat us. Anyway, he's going to the NFL. I don't know. I'm surprised. I didn't think he was an NFL quarterback yet. Okay, Johnny, so you're picking who against who again in Super Bowl?
We'll have the Ravens against Detroit.
Okay. And probably Baltimore favorite on that one.
I was 80% until Green Bay blew the game, but now I'm about 50-50.
Okay.
51 Detroit, 49 San Fran. That's a good team out there.
Yeah, it is. But Deebo Samuel, is he playing? He might be hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
So
he
that's
might
a
not.
big deal. And you're right. Nobody can tackle Christian McCaffrey. So
it's
ridiculous.
I can't see what he's doing that's different than anybody else. So,
all right.
And then
well,
you have a basketball game tomorrow. They did a good job against Northwestern. Northwestern was going crazy.
Yeah.
And who do we play? Indiana.
Indiana's here. They're not having the year they wanted. It's a sellout. By the way, we have 2 tickets from Sarah Champagne. You have to text in Sarah. Ben Quattrone has given us 2 prime seats, 217-359-2255. You have to go to Sarah sometime this afternoon and find Ben to get your 2 seats. He might have a parking pass with that as well for tomorrow's game.
That's right. I have to get people's name, and I'll text the name to Ben. Don't think that you can just walk in to Sarah and say.
You have secret handshake, too. So Sarah, you have to be able to spell Sarah correctly.
Exactly.
That's part of the deal, too.
Well, I think. What do you think about that game, Steve?
I think we'll win. I think we've got a very good basketball team. And, it's a hard life on the road. And for whatever reason, Northwestern shoots 50 or 60% at home, and nobody really knows why. But they do.
They do. Used to it.
Yeah.
Well, my critique is, just if you're watching the game, Steve, just if one player holds the ball for more than 8 seconds 10 times in the game, I think we'll lose. You have to move the ball, which we're doing much better at.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I saw Carl Anthony Towns scored 62, Steve. They couldn't stop him. They lost.
Yeah, because he's got the whole game.
But remember when Jordan was averaging 40 or 50, and it just wasn't working. He said, "This isn't working," and we're not that way. I'm just saying, I think we could have a little bit less of the backing down like you do in a one-on-one game, dribbling. I think we could do a little less of that and do it, but don't go as long doing it. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I hope we win.
That's my only critique, and I'm not a coach. I'm just a fan.
And we go to Ohio State after that at Ohio State. And again, I think we're right top 3 in the Big Ten. There's no doubt about it. We're really, really good. And it's a fun team to watch. All right, Johnny, we appreciate it. We'll see you next week. I guess you're coming to Philo, huh?
I hope to be there. Hope to see you.
All right. Well,
and the weather's not going to be terrible. I've been kind of peeking.
Yeah,
it's not going to be bad.
The coffee clique is looking for you. I told them they were coming. So.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Hey,
all right.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks a lot.
Talk soon. Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, ESPN 93.5 on the Tapman's Towing phone line at 7:52. Do we have anybody at all that want these tickets?
Well, yeah.
Oh, we do.
359-2255. Texting in Sarah for a pair of tickets. Tomorrow's tip-off is at 2 o'clock against Indiana.
And these are Sarah tickets, so they're Section 124.
124 is an odd number, so you will be wearing blue.
See, Diane's got the color thing down. So wear your blue if you're in those seats, but understand that this is totally banned from selling them.
Yes.
You can re-give them.
Must use them.
You have. We'll find out.
In fact, there's been numerous winners who have, called us and given their experience and even maybe
That's what we want to know.
Thank you and all of that.
Sometimes the highly sought games you're tempted to sell, you can't sell these. Okay. Let's check weather with Greg.
All righty.
Brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for today's offices. Interested in a free evaluation? Might save some money.
Yeah, Watts
Why
is
not?
a great company.
All right, you can call Greg Wolf, 217-352-0428. Why are nearly 4 in 10 companies not interested in hiring the new college grad? 4 out of 10 companies in America don't want to. Don't want to. Why?
Okay.
Why?
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. For East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and Vicinity still dealing with the remnants of this weather system that has brought anywhere from 3/4 to as much as 2 inches of rain over the past week across the area. You can see it was standing water in some of the fields and swollen streams and rivers. And for the day-to-day, a little bit of fog, a little bit of drizzle, and still some pockets of dense fog this morning. 43 later on today with an overcast sky, light northwest to west wind. Cloudy tonight, areas of fog, locally dense as the night wears on, down to 36 for the day tomorrow. Again, a touch of fog in the morning, a little rain later in the afternoon. Highs up to 42 with a light northeast wind. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Could be a snow shower here on Sunday morning. You remember what that is. Highs up to 41 with a mostly cloudy sky. Quiet and a seasonally mild weather pattern for next week. Could approach 50 on Thursday. Otherwise, high temperatures will range into the low to mid-40s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 40s again next Friday. Overnight readings generally into the 30s. And again, moisture-free across the area. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olshes, Greg Solgay.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
With the leaves and temperatures beginning to fall, it's time to make sure those furnaces are in great running order. Get that furnace tuned up so it doesn't let you down on the cold nights. Dogtown is the People's Choice #1 HVAC company again in 2023. Ask about the current 0% financing offer on all Lennox high comfort systems and single component units for qualifying applicants. The number's 217-841-4728. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Well, all right, this is January 26th, so spring training in both Florida and Arizona start here in like 2 weeks. Players will be reporting. You know, I think the first home game is like March 28. I mean, it feels like it's starting earlier and earlier to get one. And I think they have maybe an MLB scheduled a little more, so you have a few more days off.
Yeah.
162 games is a lot of games. It's a lot of games. And so I know the Cardinals, dear sweet Cardinals have to open in the Shohei Ohtani Bowl.
The Los Angeles Dodgers.
At the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, okay, great. Who wants to be the meat here? We need somebody to kind of hold the dummies for me.
Oh, man.
Well, here's how Stevie J pitches the Shohei Ohtani. Best hitter in the game right now. Ball 1. Ball 2, ball 3, ball 4. Mm-hmm. Oh, I walked you. Sorry. Boo. Too bad. Get over it.
Right. First game of the season.
I'm not pitching to him.
Okay.
I'm not throwing a strike to him. I'm going to make him swing at pitches that are just off the zone. But anyway, yeah, Cardinals at Dodgers. And then they got to go to San Diego. Mike Schilt is now the manager, so there'll be some rub there. Anyway, Tough start. Cardinals had a hard start this last year. Really got us off to a bad start. Played Toronto and some better teams. So not any go 4 games to Los Angeles Dodgers with their super mega team that they just bought. Come on, man. I mentioned I was in Cincinnati at their caravan in Indianapolis last night. Jacob Hurtubise, Grace's husband, was one of the panel members, and it was really, really fun to watch him and interact with all the fans and, kind of like our Cardinal caravan.
How were the questions from the crowd?
Not quite the same as we had for Jordan Walker. Jordan, how are you so good? That was one of the questions from one of the kids. Anyway, they were good. They were good questions. Nick Kroll, the general manager of the Reds, was there. Corky Miller. Can you look up Corky?
Okay, I just got opening day for MLB is March 28th.
Yeah, Cincinnati, I know, opens at home. But Corky Miller, I think, is a former pitcher in the major leagues. He's now with the Reds. But he knew everything about Jacob. He'd been watching him very carefully. So
Nice.
I think he's a coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's in charge of catchers, I think.
47 catchers.
But he's a pitcher, I think, in the big leagues for a number of years. Jeff Brantley is also one of their, like Brad Thompson's, like the Cardinals have.
Currently coaches the Dayton Dragons.
Okay.
A affiliate, Cincinnati Reds, played Major League Baseball, Minnesota Twins.
He was really
Boston
nice.
Red Sox,
Had
Atlanta
a
Braves,
little chat with
Chicago White Sox.
Corky Miller. But yeah, it was getting baseball thinking, and they got the Cubs. I mean, Cubs, hope springs eternal, but what's up with the Cubs? They got their manager. They sign anybody? They got some guy from Japan, but what happened to Bellinger, Cody Bellinger? He's not even signed yet. I think he has super agent Scott Boras, and I think they won a lot of money.
Wow.
But the Cubbies need players, don't they? I think they need everything, and I thought they were going to get him. They got our guy from Milwaukee, I think he's a tremendous manager, but yeah, I think he needs some ball players. So I don't know what the Cubs did in the offseason. I think they spent $40 million on their manager, but I don't know if they got any players to help. All right, breaking here for the news. We'll come back. Why aren't 4 in 10 companies interested in hiring the new college graduates? We'll tell you why next.
Bet like the pros with the world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. Circus Sports is now available in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I've been a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited that the Circus Sports app is now ready for action. Experience big app bets with high betting limits, tight money line splits, and more. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Texas has no plans to comply. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. With a Biden administration deadline today to allow U.S. border agents access to a park in Eagle Pass to cut razor wire the state put up to block migrants.
We have the right to defend our country against invasion, and what else would you call it if you've got 6 million people coming through illegally?
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt and 24 other Republican governors support Texas, and he just told Fox he might send his National Guard to help the state. But Fox's Jackie Heinrich reports from the White House some Democrats want President Biden to federalize National Guard troops in Texas.
As they also pressed congressional Republicans to take up this border bill that was being negotiated in the Senate and looked pretty likely to pass until Senate GOP leadership acknowledged that former President Trump will likely be the Republican nominee, and he does not want this bill.
Now, this hour, the former president is expected to attend closing arguments at a civil defamation trial in New York. The UN's High Court is urging Israel to do more to limit Palestinian deaths and damage in its war against Hamas, stopping short of what South Africa wanted, in order for Israel to stop the war in Gaza.
In the court's view, at least some of the acts and omissions alleged by South Africa to have been committed by Israel in Gaza appear to be capable of falling within the provisions of the convention.
Joan Donahue is the president of the Court of International Justice. Israel's prime minister is calling the genocide allegations outrageous. An American journalist jailed in Russia has been ordered to stay behind bars through at least March. It was March of last year when Evan Gershkovich was arrested, accused of being a spy. He denies that. The U.S. calls Gershkovich wrongfully detained. A convicted murderer died in a new way last night. Kenneth Smith suffocated by nitrogen gas, a first-of-its-kind execution.
He struggled against his restraints a little bit, but there's some involuntary movement and some agonal breathing, so that was all expected.
Alabama Corrections Commissioner John Hamm. Witnesses say Smith convulsed for several minutes, appearing to gasp for air. America's listening to Fox News.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
It has happened yet again. Houthi militants fired a missile today at an American warship in the Gulf of Aden near Yemen, but that missile was shot down by the USS Carney, and there's no damage. The U.S. has launched 9 attacks in the past 2 weeks in retaliation, targeting those Iran-backed Houthi militants to stop their almost daily attacks on shipping in the Middle East. And the U.S. has also imposed more financial sanctions targeting
another 4 Houthis individuals who are directly tied to the attacks in the Red Sea, and we're pleased to be able to announce that the United Kingdom is joining us in sanctions on these 4 specific individuals as well.
That's National Security Council spokesman John Kirby. And while those Houthis are backed by Iran, along with militants in Iraq and Syria who've been attacking American forces there, the Wall Street Journal reports the U.S. tried to warn Iran ahead of an ISIS terror attack earlier this month that killed 84 people there.
The United States and Iran share a common enemy in ISIS, and this ISIS-K group, if you recall, killed 13 Americans at the Abbey Gate during the Afghanistan withdrawal. But remember, for years, both the Obama administration and the Trump administration fought a war against ISIS, and who was on the ground in Iraq, a de facto ally of the U.S. military, were some of these same Iranian proxy groups that are attacking U.S. troops today. So, of course, the United States does not share diplomatic relations with Iran. Any kind of messages to Tehran we pass through the Swiss.
That is Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. We got another report on inflation this morning, and that showed it cooled a little last month. It was up only 0.2% from November into December. 2.6% was the annual rate of inflation. At the Australian Open, the men's final is set, and Novak Djokovic is not in it. Knocked out in straight sets by Jannik Sinner, spoiling Djokovic's bid to win that tennis tournament for the 11th time. Sinner will face Daniil Medvedev in the first Grand Slam final of the year. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Number of Central Illinois residents could see their water bills go up by the end of this year. Aqua Illinois has filed a request for the Illinois Commerce Commission to increase the rate they charge for water. If approved, customers will see their bill go up by $8.50 a month. Gas prices around the country staying pretty moderately. Shop around for the best price. A preliminary hearing in the criminal rape case against University of Illinois basketball player Terrence Shannon Jr. being delayed. Kansas hearing was pushed back to May 10th from February 23rd. Due to a scheduling conflict, delay clears the way for Shannon to play the rest of the year. He was suspended last month after being arrested on a rape charge out of Kansas. Illinois Supreme Court rejecting a motion to review a lower court's decision to reinstate murder charges against a Mequon woman accused of killing former Mequon Police Chief Richard Young. The state's High Court ruling allows the No County State's Attorney's Office to proceed with its prosecution against Marcy Oglesby. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Okay, I forgot to tell you, Diane, you have to look up woman who smoked pot, had some sort of catastrophic reaction, stabbed her boyfriend 100 times.
Whoa.
Stabbed herself, went to court, probation.
What?
California, might look that one up. I forgot to tell you to look that one up.
Okay.
That can't be true, but I think it is.
Okay.
Oh, they had a reaction. Well, don't smoke it.
Cannabis-induced psychosis.
Yes, it is psychosis. Stabbed boyfriend 100 times, murdered him. The family's outraged. She got probation. Okay, happy top now with our friend meteorologist Craig.
I thought you were going to say Cook County, not California. But
this one's California. Anyway, all right, our weather, we got mild. We had some kind of winter if it had been colder in the last week. Woo-wee.
Oh, don't spook it now.
Yeah, right. All right, sir, you got the calm. What do you got for today and the weekend, buddy?
Well, my friend, we're in good shape temp-wise around here. My goodness, just an absolute delightful El Nino-driven weather pattern regarding temperatures. We'll get a little respite in the recent snow melt and the rain, which has been enough to push these streams and rivers along with some melting ice to flood category mode and through Pike County, Iroquois County, and particularly up towards the Kankakee and parts of the Illinois River as well. The organized rains of the morning outside a little mist and drizzle in the air out across northeastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and the bulk of that should stay to the north of us. Beyond next week, certainly trend towards still mild but increasingly wetter and a pretty stormy weather pattern for the west coast in the coming next couple of weeks too. 36 at Willard and Savoy later on today, 43 the normal high this time of the year, and at about 34. So another delightfully mild day, but no sun. Lots of clouds. Areas of fog and drizzle around. Still that dense fog advisory in effect till 10 o'clock this morning. Down tonight to 36. And again, some areas of fog, some of which may be locally dense and thick tomorrow. Mainly cloudy, some fog in the morning, a little rain in the afternoon, the high up to 42. Maybe even a wet snowflake in the backside of that weather system for Sunday morning. The high up near 41. Another big round of heavy rain and flooding in the southern states down towards Johnny's place, by the way. And next week around here, we're largely dry. A little bit of sunshine working in each day. 42 on Monday, 44 on Tuesday, 46 Wednesday, close to 50 Thursday. Still into the 40s around here come next Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgang.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. All right, yeah, that story I just mentioned is in fact true. So we'll get into that details of woman hits bong, goes into a psychosis, stabs boyfriend 100 times, murder, and no jail time, just probation. They do apparently put 100 hours of public. The family of the boyfriend is, guess what? Pretty mad. Yeah. So we'll get into that here coming up in just a few moments. All right, Illinois again tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock, Illinois, Indiana. You can't do anything but play really, really great. But I think we will. I think we'll play extremely well tomorrow and get after it. Okay, many recent college graduates are struggling with basic interpersonal and professional skills that are making them less desirable to hire. And COVID isolation gets some of the blame. A recent survey about 800 hiring managers by Intelligent.com found 38% have avoided hiring a recent college graduate in favor of older candidates. Nearly half of the managers surveyed said that they have had to fire a recent college graduate, and 58% say recent graduates are simply unprepared for the workforce. They're also unprepared for a basic job interview, inappropriate kinds of informally, like starting an email, hey. I don't think you're supposed to start an email to a person that's going to hire you with a, hey. 1 in 5 employers have had a recent college graduate bring a parent to a job interview. Oh, my goodness. I don't think so. How would you even make that call? So you're bringing your mom or dad to the job interview. Well, he likes that. Yeah, he's really good at it. He's very, the mom talks, dad talks. Recent college graduates started their education with pandemic lockdowns, remote learning, and lack of typical personal interaction growth. That typically comes with post-high school adulthood. Listen, we got hurt by COVID. We've got issues from COVID. We still have issues from COVID. But the bottom line is that's it's over. We have to fix it. We have to not worry about it. What we have to do is figure out how to move forward, not lament about what happened to them. Fix it. Get over it. Let's get better. But for goodness sakes, don't bring your mom or dad to your job interview.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's just not any good. Anyway, so we have a gap. Mm-hmm. The people that were supposed to do e-learning, the folks that were trying to do it from home on the computer, and it was just nothing but a mess. It's it is just what we've got going on in the world today. But you what happened to them? What happened to all the kids that didn't learn for those 2 years and got pushed along anyway? They weren't ready anyway.
Right.
Jan Goss, are you there?
I am here. Good morning.
Good to have you on. She's an expert in all the etiquette stuff, talking about this, not going to hire a college graduate. The interpersonal skills are lacking. And they have all these reasons. I get the reasons, but somebody's got to just push through those and get over the thing and be tough and figure it out, because life can be hard. You just got to be able to sort through this, but never take your mom or dad to the interview, right? Wow.
Oh, my. Bringing mom to the interview. I just can't wrap my head around that one.
Okay, so what do we do to help these people be more employable? And also, oh, by the way, they got to want to do it. I mean, if you've seen some of the social media stuff that essentially shows, I saw one girl crying because she had to go to work every day, and how we're going to date. Yeah, she wants to be remote. I don't know. We got some stuff. We just got to figure out how to push through it.
Well, may I give you some hope?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have great compassion on this generation coming up. They don't know what they don't know. They weren't taught in their homes. They were raised by what now therapists are calling snowplow parents that literally went before them and just plowed everything out of the way so they never had to have anything happen. They never skinned their knees. They have no confidence because their parents did everything for them. And so these children, they weren't taught in their homes. They weren't taught in the education system. Now they're adults. Oh, my gosh. And so they're coming to us to hire them. And my experience has been from working with thousands of Gen Zers that if you give them the information, they're really smart. They're really, really smart, and they are teachable. But they just don't know what they don't know.
I mean,
So
but you said they're
my
teachable means that they're receptive to that. I would think they get defensive on criticism.
You know, that hasn't been my experience.
Excellent.
At the University of Texas, I've been in contract with them for years, and what I've seen is their hire rate went from 38% to 97% after going through the Show Up Well training. So they are assimilating the information. They are putting it into practice, but someone has to teach them. That's why I have a job.
Well, that's why you need to hire Jan Goss, an etiquette expert,
Exactly.
best-selling author, keynote speaker, runs Show Up Well Consulting, an executive protocol company. Well, tell me, I mean, you wrote this thing, you invented the program, but to go from 38 to 97%, that's pretty good, Jan.
You know, this is what it shows me. This is the good news and bad news. The bar is pretty low.
Yeah.
The bar is way down there. So if we can teach these young adults basic skills, the 4 different kinds of eye contact, how to introduce yourself, first impression management, we can even throw in a little dining skills. If we can teach them the basics, this is face-to-face connection. It cannot be taught over a screen.
Right.
I can't teach this over Zoom. This is where they have super high anxiety, that whole crop of kids coming up, because they don't know how to connect. It's scary to them to look someone in the eye. And so what I found is we put together a 2-day intensive where I have them for 48 hours. And in 48 hours, it is nothing short of miraculous what can happen in their lives. But you have to give them the correct information.
But some kids, I think, would have deeper deals, don't they? Some of them might just need more time kind of thing.
Well, I'm sure they do. It's like I've been in professional development for 40 years. So, yes, we could all stand to use a little professional development and personal development along the way. But let's at least give them a foundation.
No, that's
give them a great start.
No, makes sense.
It doesn't take much.
Well, you're getting it done. Let's see if anybody wants to connect with you, Jan Goss, Goss, Tapman's Towing phone line. How do we reach you?
Go to showupwell.com or connect with me through an email at jan@showupwell.com. Just please don't start your email with hey.
Jan Goss, thanks for being on again. We appreciate you.
My pleasure.
ESPN 93.5.
You know, that it's common. And when someone texts me, hey, I just feel like that's slang or something. It rubs me the wrong way.
Need a little formality maybe occasionally on that, yeah.
Also, if somebody just says Diane, comma, I feel like they're angry with me or they're mad. I prefer a hi or hello or something.
Not hey.
Not hey.
What's the difference between hey and hi?
And not nothing.
Why not hey or hi? Or
I like
hello?
hi.
Why not hey? Hey.
It's just
too casual.
You know, if somebody's walking by me and says, hey, that's the way I take it.
The intonation, what if they say, hey Diane? Bad? Just doesn't translate, huh?
I don't like it.
You got a quick sports headlines here.
Ohio State beat Illinois women's basketball yesterday, 67-59. Next up for them will be Minnesota at 2 o'clock on Sunday. It's Girls and Women in Sports Day. And our Illinois basketball team is 8-10 on the season, 2-6 in the Big Ten. Number 10, Illinois, facing Indiana. That's a 2 o'clock tip-off. Get to Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue if you want to ride the fan bus by 1 o'clock. And if you're sitting in the orange section, odd orange, even section wearing blue in the Stripe the State Farm Center theme tomorrow at 2 against Indiana. And of course, Indiana has their striped pants that they'll be wearing during warm-ups.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if last call, Ben Quattrone called me and said he had 2 prime seats for the game tomorrow, and we're giving those away. Just text Sarah, you have to know how to spell it, as in Sarah Champagne with Honda, BMW,
Yes.
GMC, Buick, and Subaru.
1402 North Dunlap in Savoy.
All right, so what you do is text Sarah, last call, if you're interested in 2 prime seats for the game tomorrow, 2 o'clock tip-off at the State Farm Center in Champaign. All right, we'll be right back. It's ESPN 93.5. It is Friday, January 26th, coming up on 8:19.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday. Still dealing with the remnants of this weather system that has brought anywhere from 3/4 to as much as 2 inches of rain over the past week across the area. You can see it was standing water in some of the fields and swollen streams and rivers. And for the day-to-day, a little bit of fog, a little bit of drizzle, and still some pockets of dense fog this morning. 43 later on today with an overcast sky, light northwest to west wind. Cloudy tonight, areas of fog, locally dense as the night wears on, down to 36 for the day tomorrow. Again, touch of fog in the morning, a little rain later in the afternoon, highs up to 42 with a light northeast wind. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Could be a snow shower here on Sunday morning. You remember what that is. Highs up to 41 with a mostly cloudy sky. Quiet and a seasonally mild weather pattern for next week. Could approach 50 on Thursday. Otherwise, high temperatures will range into the low to mid-40s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 40s again next Friday. Overnight readings generally into the 30s. And again, moisture-free across the area. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olshes, Greg Solgay.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Inflation continued to moderate in December. The PCE, Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, rose just 0.2%. For the year ending in December, prices were up 2.6%, excluding food and energy. The core PCE also rose 0.2% and was up 2.9% on an annual basis. Also, Americans made a little more in December. Personal incomes rose 0.3% and spending rose 0.7% more than forecast. American Express has been setting aside more money in case its card members aren't paying on time, but the company is still upbeat about this year and the stock is higher. Amex also is raising the dividend it pays shareholders. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosolda. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
Hey, this is Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. Every Tuesday, you'll hear what's on my mind. Plus, every Thursday, there's a special bonus episode where we answer the questions that are on your mind. Make sure to spend your Tuesdays and Thursdays with Trey. Subscribe now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you download podcasts. Hope to see you.
America's listening to Fox News.
Well, as the needs of customers grow, Busey continues to expand their digital footprint. Very, very important this day and age, of course. eBank, Busey's online and mobile banking, they've got it all. Deposit checks. You know, you can take a picture of a check. It's under $2,000 and deposit it right there. They got travel plans. They can analyze spending habits. They got the wheel where they put it in color coding what you spend on stuff. You can find the Busey mobile app in the App Store or Google Play. Online account opening, you can save a trip to the bank, apply for new checking savings accounts right online. Schedule an appointment online. If you have questions about how to bank from the comfort and safety of home, Busey is there to help. You can contact a member of their customer care team Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, and Saturdays 8 to noon at 800-67-BUSEY for a personalized walkthrough of easy-to-use tools. At Busey, they're proud to offer convenient digital banking platforms that enhance their customers' user experience. Visit Busey.com to get started. Member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
This is a familiar sound in Illinois.
Arctic cold snap grappling with heavy snowfall while bracing themselves for a significant winter storm.
The snow will come, but you need to go to work, to school, to the store, to care for family. When the weather's rough, you need a vehicle that's tough. Sarah of Champaign wants to put you in an Outback, Forester, Crosstrek, or Ascent. There are so many reasons why a Subaru SUV is the best vehicle to drive during winter months. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, vehicle dynamics control, 8.7 inches of ground clearance, and available X mode for when the snow is extra deep. That adds up to performance and safety. Don't wait for the next storm warning. If you have to get where you're going, no matter the weather, see the huge selection and great deals at Sarah Subaru today. Route 45 in Savoy, or online at sarahsubaruchampaign.com. Okay, that whole marijuana thing with the psychosis.
Oh, yeah. Let me pull up that story.
And again, I guess my point is, can you blame a mental illness? Can you blame I had too much beer? Can you blame something that you did and not have to serve for the consequences?
Right.
I mean, the woman murdered her boyfriend.
And stabbed him 108 times.
So and you're saying why it wasn't because of me, it was because of psychosis.
Right.
So can't you do that
Cannabis
for every
induced psychosis disorder?
They sprinkle stuff on those kinds of things all the time.
Oh, I know.
So I'm just saying though, but you're responsible.
Fentanyl and stuff like that is laced in.
But you're responsible. If you have too much to drink, you're responsible. If you have too much heroin, you're responsible. You're responsible for the damage you did. It's not the drug.
She was involuntarily intoxicated, her lawyer said.
How are you involuntarily intoxicated? How's that? Because you didn't.
She killed Chad O'Melia, insisting that he pressured her into taking a third hit from the bong. Then the 32-year-old fell into a drug-induced dissociative.
And so because he forced her, she's not responsible.
Right. So there was this adverse reaction to the weed, stabbed Chad O'Melia repeatedly before turning the knife on herself and then stabbing her dog.
Well, then shouldn't she be at a mental institution or something?
Highly inconsistent with her love for dogs.
Okay, it's out of California.
And this is 100 hours of community service
but
she got.
She's free. She's on probation.
The 26-year-old has 2 years of probation.
And the murdered members of the murdered man, nothing. They're obviously outrageous. This is in California.
Right, and the headline says a terrible precedent.
I've heard it on broadcast news, and now we see it online too as well. So just pretty shocking. But again, I think
Ventura County is where
you're kind of responsible for reactions is the point.
Agreed.
Right. All right, 8:27, another half hour to go. We're going to be picking a winner here for our Sarah Champaign prime seats for the game tomorrow. which is pretty cool.
Just a reminder, Restaurant Week kicks in today for the next 9 days. There's 49 different stops and all kinds of different cultures represented. And experiencecu.org has more details.
How many? 49?
Yes.
49 restaurants involved. It's like a sampler plate.
Yes.
So if you're not sure what food they have, this is a chance for you. If you like restauranting,
right,
then this is an enormous chance for you to say, I don't know about that. Let's just go and sample some of the...
Like Houlihan's has a special, appetizer, main course, and dessert, in a
Yeah, you're not eating a whole meal. What you're doing...
I mean, it's a little... I guess
it might fill you up.
Well, yeah.
But you get a chance to know, I want to come back and have the whole dish.
Special menu for this whole thing for $30 or something like that. And there's a lot of restaurants where they have a special menu where you can
Is it going to cost like a regular meal or does it cost less?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
And I think it's all over the place on the different types of meals and breakfast, lunch, and dinner on some of these places. And again, CURestaurantweek.org. And if you love what you're eating and the presentation, and of course tipping and all of that, they'd love to see that. But you can post it up on social media with hashtag CU Restaurant Week and get in the running to win $100 at that restaurant.
Restaurant Week, again, the website is?
It's experiencecu.org or CURestaurantweek.org.
Okay, coming up in 8:29, news coming up last half hour of the week. Don't forget Lonte, Derek Piper this afternoon as the Illini play tomorrow against Indiana at 2 and then off to Ohio State early next week. Just quick turnarounds in the last week or so for our team. All right, news next.
During challenging times, family and health come first. This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Many of us have spent the past year feeling a little bit out of control, but there are steps that you can take to plan for a better financial future. Now is the time to take action and create a financial plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Your power couple's gift purchase is waiting at Merle Norman. Receive 4 trial-sized products that work great alone or even better together. Shop now while supplies last at 706 West Market View Drive in Champaign. Call 359-8100, free with your purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products, accessories not included. Offer valid while supplies last at participating Merle Norman cosmetic studios only. Limit 1 per customer. Merle Norman receives the right to modify the gift if needed. Promotion is not available at merlenorman.com.
I'm Neil. All around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Texas showdown with a federal deadline today. Texas governor has no plan to allow border agents back into Shelby Park on the Rio Grande, where it's installed razor wire to block migrants. Attorney General Ken Paxton tells Fox.
I guarantee you he's going to stand strong. He'll keep putting razor wire up. We'll keep blocking the border. We'll keep doing everything that we need to do to protect our state, despite the fact that this Supreme Court ruling was so wrong.
10 retired FBI directors and counter-terror chiefs warning the House Speaker in a letter that an actual soft invasion of military-age men is underway at the border from countries like China and Syria, perilous for America. What did the president say? While he was touting Bidenomics at a brewery in Superior, Wisconsin.
By the way, it used to make beer brewed here. It is used to make the brew beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder what.
America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign County Coroner providing more details about the 18-year-old University of Illinois student found dead over the weekend in Urbana. Alcohol Dewan was discovered Saturday morning in the back porch of a building in the 1200 block west of Otter Street after his roommate reporting him missing. So far, no foul play suspected. The Department of Education investigating allegations of anti-Semitism at Northwestern University. A complaint filed early this month claims Northwestern discriminated against students on the basis of national origin by failing to respond appropriately to incidents of harassment in recent months. 11th-ranked Illinois fell 96-91 to Northwestern in overtime at Welsh Ryan Arena. Boo Buie scored game-high 29 points for the Wildcats, while Brooks Barnheiser adding 23 in the win. Northwestern now improves to 14-5, Illinois dropping to 14-5 on the season. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Tapman's Towing reminds all Illini fans, when you're on the road and see lights flashing, move over and use caution passing. Let's all get home safe tonight.
Join the team with the Urbana Park District hiring and the job fair Thursday, February 8th, starting at 5. Seasonal work, part-time work. Join the Urbana Park District crew between 5 and 6:30 Thursday, February 8th at the Phillips Recreation Center on Stoughton in Urbana. What a great fun side hustle with something new every day. Urbana Park District, you belong here. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Benham vicinity over the next couple of days at least. Less rain and less fog, the best we can do for you here. A mild weather pattern, though, continues on, and a largely dry weather pattern at that for much of next week, allowing for some standing water in the swollen streams and rivers to ease on down. Cloudy for the day-to-day, some areas of fog and drizzle, and some locally dense fog again in spots this morning, up to 43 later this afternoon on a gentle northwest and west wind. Cloudy tonight, areas of fog, again, locally dense, low down to 36. Tomorrow, mainly cloudy, some patchy fog in the morning, a little bit of light rain in the later afternoon with a high to about 42 on a light northeast wind. A little bit of rain in spots tomorrow night with bottom out at 36. And for the day on Sunday, maybe an isolated snow shower in the early morning, and mostly cloudy and 41. Partly sunny skies expected for much of next week. 42 on Monday, 44 on Tuesday, 46 on Wednesday. High temperatures still well into the 40s around here for next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olshus, Greg Soldier.
Have you ever looked at a junk truck and said, man, that truck is pretty? Two men in a junk truck. Trucks are pretty. They're pretty big, so they can handle large jobs. They're pretty reliable. Two Men in a Truck has been recognized as a trusted leader in the moving industry for over 35 years. Now we are proud to offer that same reliability to junk removal, and they're pretty fast. When you're ready to let some things go and that you don't need, you don't want to wait 3 weeks. You want it gone now. Go to twomeninAjunkTruck.com and make room for what matters most.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Are you tired of getting the short end of the stick and always being stuck with cold water for your showers? Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing is here to help. With current tax incentives and rebates, you can save up to $900 on a high-efficiency tankless water heater, unlimited hot water, and saving on your energy bills. It seems like the best gift you could give your home. With the current promotion of 0% financing for qualified applicants, you can't afford not to call. 217-841-4728. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Okay, so the news just played this again. I'm going to do it one more time.
Beer brewed here, it is used to make the brew beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's
President yesterday, and it's really hard to understand.
Right,
Just as
but
comparison,
everybody's laughing. So
well, they must
got
have
it.
been able to speak Bidenese. I couldn't think it out there.
First of all, I was there when Ronald Reagan tax breaks when he
That's
gave
what he used to sound
specifics
like.
of what he was going to cut.
He was really good.
Number one, in
2012.
terms of
10 years ago,
tax
11 years ago.
expenditures. Number two, 97% of the small businesses in America.
Oh, so it's obviously you can just hear it. And
Right.
I am no clue what I'm guessing. He can't be the nominee. So whatever happens, I don't know. Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, The Rock, Tom Hanks, Gavin Newsom, J.B. Pritzker,
right?
Gretchen Whitmer, Michigan's governor. It's got to be somebody else. So I don't know how it's going to happen. but there's just no way.
It's just
he's not
too
able
many
to,
gaffes and senior moments, and we all are going to get like that. So
well, he can't.
I'm
by the way,
empathetic to it.
Kamala Harris, by the way, is thinking she's got next. So she's probably thinking, if this doesn't work out, I'm the person. And I don't see it as far as that, because she's less popular than the president. And yet I don't see him not. He can't debate. There's no way there'd be a debate. Maybe they have a vice presidential debate. But it's a human thing that's sad to me. Really, really is. Okay. European producer David Lesney says, too bad Taylor Swift is only 34. She could win the presidency, but she's too young.
Okay.
So she's out.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe yeah. Anyway, there was stuff. John Decker, our Thursday, he sends me pictures from the trips. It's really, really.
He was on Air Force One yesterday. Did they head up to Minnesota?
Yeah, he was in. I thought it was Wisconsin.
Okay.
But he was on Air Force One. He sent me a picture of the menu, which says Air Force One. Which is cool. I think that's cool stuff. It's the office. Then what is this? We got a new cooler. Dang. Is that his?
A parting gift? That's awesome.
Would they say Napoleon Dynamite?
I want that.
I want that. So why does he taunt me so?
Exactly.
And the president is
Do they give these parting gifts to the people writing?
I don't think so. Okay. But maybe. Well, now he's got some. I want the pillow. Now this cooler looks. It's got the seal of the president of the United States, and it says Air Force One.
Wow.
That would be so cool. You just can't buy that.
That's right.
It's not at the Air. Why don't they have an Air Force One shop? You could just buy stuff.
Right. With all the swag.
No, it's right.
By the way, John Decker, a huge tennis fan, and with Novak Djokovic, the 10-time champ, and had that series going where it was a long stretch of winning at the Australian Open. The upset that I saw was posted at 2:22 this morning with this 22-year-old Italian, Jannik Sinner.
Whatever. You can't say tennis names.
But Novak ends up losing.
Nobody ever expects tennis names to be said properly.
Anyway. Got that going.
Nick Hardy is playing this weekend, and he made the cut.
Yes.
At PGA Golf. Golf's such a mess. I have no idea. Live golf, this golf, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to, but he's not winning or anything, but he is going to play the weekend.
Another Illini that I saw on social media recently, Coach Brett Bielema talked about Devin Witherspoon being nominated for something in the postseason.
Rookie of the year, maybe?
Yeah, something.
He's it's just such a
and for a defensive player.
Well, he was the 0 star.
Right.
He was a walk-on. Lovey had him here as a walk-on. Brett developed him into that. He's a 5th pick in the draft, signs for $30 million. That's Illinois now.
Yeah.
And how'd we do in the portal? I have no idea. How'd we do? I have no idea. How would we possibly know how these football players are going to be till they get on the field? And then it's just the young, redshirt. I mean, it's just basketball. You see Jeremiah Fears. Yeah, look at the reel. It's just different. Football is a whole bunch of people, and you don't know how they're going to meld together and everything else. Spring football starts soon.
Wow.
That'll be before we know it as well.
That's right.
And I was talking baseball. May 22nd is our target, and I just have not completed the deal. I got to get a bus, and I got to just buy the tickets, but we're going to do an all-suite trip on May 22nd to the Cardinal game.
It is a sweet experience.
Yep.
We'll be playing Baltimore.
Yep, a very young, good team. Baltimore Orioles will be in town, and I've already had 8 or 10 that want to be on that bus, and we haven't even started.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling this is going to sell out in like a day. So I will contact the people that are on the bus because I said I would.
This is a unique experience, and it's what, $240 or something
like that. Yeah.
And so you get all you can eat, and you're in the suite, and it's
beverages.
It's just us. There was an experience that we did that we were sharing that with a couple hundred other people.
Yeah, it felt a little funny with complete strangers. I don't know who they are. We like our private suite.
Exactly.
Much nicer, and everybody walk to the bus together. Everything was really cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, 8:41.
Don't miss your chance to cheer on Fighting Illini basketball this season.
Deafening in here, 15,000, another sellout.
We need all of Illini Nation to help us defend State Farm Center.
And Illinois overcomes their largest deficit of the season
Great seat locations are still available for you to see Illinois basketball live this season. The Illini win it! Get your tickets today at fightingillini.com.
Here's what new customers are saying about Interstate Batteries.
It's nice to see capable and helpful associates. They did a top-notch job.
They were easy to talk to and explained everything.
Service was prompt and I was a walk-in. Total service time was only like 20 minutes. I highly recommend Interstate Batteries.
Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. How much is dependable worth? Experience them for the first time at 2504 North Mattis. Way out there, but worth the drive. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
Visit interstatebatteries.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Are you one of those guys out there tinting windows day in and day out, all different shades of black, and ready to put a little color in your life? Come work for us. At Aftershock, we're looking for a guy with experience in wrapping, whether it be window tinting, vinyl wrapping, anything of that sort, or somebody with just ambition that wants to show up to work and be proud of what they do. You know those wraps with Troy Lands on the back waving at you? That's our work. Call us, 833-DECAL-IT, or email office@aftershockdd.com. We want you.
Valentine's Day is always beautiful at Merle Norman. Whether you're hosting a Galentine's brunch or have a date night planned with your person, Merle Norman has your color covered. Stop by for a new red gloss or grab your bestie to book a makeup appointment. Or enjoy the beauty consultants yourself. You can find the Valentine's look you're going for, from sweet to smoldering to super spicy. Merle Norman, 706 West Market View Drive in Champaign.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, big football games. Does decide who goes to the Super Bowl. The quarterback for the Lions is Jared Goff.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a great year up to this point. We've got, hopefully 2 more to win. And but yeah, we've done a great job, and the Lions kept me upright and made some throws, and our receivers have played great, and our running backs have played great. So yeah, I think the quarterback is often a product of what's around him, and obviously I got a lot of confidence in myself, but I got a lot of great players around me who have helped me out this year and made things easier.
Can the Lions go to the Super Bowl for the first time? They got the 49ers, and of course before that game on Sunday will be what?
Kansas City Chiefs and Baltimore Ravens.
Can Patrick Mahomes beat Lamar Jackson? Those are 2 high-level quarterbacks. So what will Taylor Swift think as they show her in the suite? With probably, I wonder if Jason Kelsey's been grounded.
And does he take his shirt off?
I wonder if he and Kylie will hang low. I don't know.
And again, saw this special on this gal who came up with the cookie cakes, and because of his hairy chest had all these chocolate shavings and had, the stocking cap on him and a beer in his hand on the cookie cake, and they said they got over 50 orders in the first 10 minutes.
I'll make a prediction that if Jason and his wife are there, Travis's brother, I'll make a prediction that he'll have a lower profile.
Right. Maybe I'll stand in the back.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be a lower profile.
He's grounded or something.
I think he got grounded. Yeah.
Wrestling today for our Illini, taking on number 2 Iowa, and the first 200 fans receive a 3-point takedown foam finger.
How many fans?
The first 200 fans who watch the wrestling at 8 o'clock tonight.
Let's go.
Track and field have their Illini challenge today and tomorrow. And our women track was ranked number 1 in the nation. They are good. And I was watching some of the pole vaulting and things like that. LA Lakers over the Bulls, 141-132 yesterday. Let's see. Phoenix and the Pacers will be at it in Indianapolis tonight. Last night, the Pacers beat the 76ers 132-122. 2. We have Milwaukee taking on Cleveland tonight at 7. Edmonton over the Blackhawks 3-0. St. Louis Blues are in Seattle for hockey action tonight. So you heard Ohio State beat our Illini women's basketball team 67-59. Next up, Minnesota for Girls and Women's in Sports Day Sunday at 2. And our Illini in action with Stripe the State Farm Center tomorrow at 2, taking on Indiana. We're ranked number 10. If you're sitting in the odd section, wear orange. Even section, wear blue.
And if that works, it'll be all because Diane has been reminding us.
How about that?
O for orange and O for odd. I mean, that's easy way to remember.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
got it.
And since Ben Cotron's seats are in 124, that's going to be a blue section.
No.
I have so many friends that said, I plan on wearing orange underneath and my blue pullover, so I'm good, because sometimes I'm random and I don't realize where I'm at, and I'll just adjust when I get there.
All right, 8:48. Let me get you Greg's weather one more time.
A tradition of excellence over 150 years in the making. At Busey Bank, we're committed to building relationships that span generations. Wherever your journey in life leads you, we are with you along the way, creating a legacy for you and your family. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Jaya Wadawan, and I'm a pediatrician with OSF Healthcare. RSV is respiratory syncytial virus, and it's very common in pediatric patients, especially in the age group of less than 2 years old. In RSV, some symptoms to watch for is fever, cough, wheezing, any difficulty breathing, decrease in appetite. So with COVID and RSV, it's difficult to differentiate the symptoms and the presentation of each. The best thing to do is go to your provider and get a swab for both COVID and RSV. Older people can get it. It presents more of an upper respiratory infection. However, in the pediatric population, it presents more in the lower respiratory tract, which causes more of severe symptoms. Treatment includes supportive care for fever, so that includes Motrin and Tylenol. And if they need further respiratory support, that would include some oxygen support and nebulization. Visit the website osfhealthcare.org.
Think warm thoughts and get your pool plans ready now. Buy a membership at the Urbana Park District Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center. There's a huge discount for individual and family memberships. Go in person to the Phillips Recreation Center or the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. Call 217-367-1544. Check out the pool with the Urbana Park District. You belong here. urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, still dealing with the remnants of this weather system that has brought anywhere from 3/4 to as much as 2 inches of rain over the past week across the area. You can see it was standing water in some of the fields and swollen streams and rivers. And for the day-to-day, a little bit of fog, a little bit of drizzle, and still some pockets of dense fog this morning. 43 later on today with an overcast sky, light northwest to west wind. Cloudy tonight, areas of fog, locally dense as the night wears on, down to 36 for the day tomorrow. Again, a touch of fog in the morning, a little rain later in the afternoon. Highs up to 42 with a light northeast wind. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Could be a snow shower here on Sunday morning. You remember what that is. Highs up to 41 with a mostly cloudy sky. Quiet and a seasonally mild weather pattern for next week. Could approach 50 on Thursday. Otherwise, high temperatures will range into the low to mid-40s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 40s again next Friday. Overnight readings generally into the 30s. And again, moisture-free across the area. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olshes, Greg Solgay.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions here to tell you today, hey, we've got solutions for you. You have gurgling toilets, slow drains? Have you been told that you have to jackhammer and mess up your entire house and property just to fix a pipe? Have you been told your sewer lines failed? Your drain lines don't work? Call us today. Have our expert drain cleaning team come out, run your lines, camera them, locate, and we can offer you a solution today. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Yeah, that's been really popular.
Yeah.
Phil's doggy bag. Instead of a big old roll-off, you get this thing that just unfolds and unfolds. Anyway, in February, we'll pop them on the air because he's got some new developments with the doggy bag. It's been so popular. So we'll do that, but that's very handy. Versus
yes, it is.
And what we do is we give the doggy bag away, which is 6 cubic yards. Nobody knows what that is, but you can essentially probably get a refrigerator in. I mean, it's pretty big. And then he comes with his crane and pulls it up, and the kids would love seeing that.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, we'll do that again. Many of you needed new tires yesterday for Clay Dooley. We gave away $500 off a set of 4.
Yes.
Hang in there. We're doing this again in February, but there are a lot of people that need tires.
Yes, that's right. And what a great service. And for that matter, we hit Jet's Pizza too with spending $50 for your new experience using either the one at Neal and Green or near Round Barn off Madison Springfield. And as you gear up for that Super Bowl viewing, Jet's Pizza has so many great options, including the wings and salads and subs. And
that one time we just got loads of food for $200.
For our company party.
Salads and
That's
wings.
Right.
Was way too much.
I mean, everybody was happy. It was so good. And we all, took containers home and stuff like that on our party.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind for Jets to do some catering.
Okay, go Illinois tomorrow. Again, if you want to go to Pia's, you can get a ride on a bus. You got to get a ticket. They leave how quickly after the game?
It's within 10 minutes. They want you to have your coat on in the last few minutes. And as soon as the buzzer
it takes longer
rings,
than 10 if you're in high C to get down.
I mean, hustle up. You could be Ubering to Pia's.
You're walking on the tops of the chairs to get,
But it's kind of nice in the sense that they'll let you do a solo plastic cup with your drink if you're at Pia's and everybody's saying, let's go.
So but you're in,
you
go
can
to
get your
Circle
cup
Drive.
to go.
It's 10 feet. I mean, 30 feet. It's really close. You can't do any better.
I know that.
Plus, don't they have fun driving on the bus?
Of course. Cable is the bus driver, and a lot of times Eric Meyer's up in the front seat.
All right,
reining everybody in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's so funny.
Go Illini.
Holds like 44, right?
It does.
It's a school bus?
It's black.
Okay.
Typically, it's painted.
Okay.
It's a party bus.
There you go. That's right.
Illini.
All right, we'll catch up on Monday.
And have a good weekend.
You as well. Enjoy the weather.
Go Illini.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Is Lontae Derek Piper with Kyle Tosk this afternoon. Brad Underwood will step to the microphones today to talk about the Hoosier game tomorrow at 2 at the State Farm Center. And you'll hear some of those comments, I'm sure, this afternoon with the boys as they talk Illinois basketball. And we'll see what happens in the NFC-AFC Championships. Fun football as they lead to the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks. All right, I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
See the showroom top designer shop. Flooring surface is your first stop. Amazing selection, price, and style. On hardwoods, laminates, carpet, and tile. Low prices on high fashion. Step up the flooring that gets a wow reaction. See the showroom top designer shop. Flooring surface is your first stop. Flooring surfaces your first stop.
Flooring Surfaces now offers beautiful window fashions. Our interior design team will custom fit shade, shutters, and blinds to any size opening. Visit the showroom to see the latest fashions from Graber and Hunter Douglas, or request an in-home consultation. Whether it's floors or windows, Flooring Surfaces has you covered. See us today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
See the showroom top designer shop. Flooring surfaces your first stop. Flooring surfaces your first stop.
I'm Justin Ike, co-owner of Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, Electric, and Underground.
So, Justin, tell me what you see as typical when it comes to sewer repair. Give me a scenario.
Your sewer's backed up and somebody comes along and says, you need this repair for X amount of dollars. Here's my price. And you don't think to go looking for another company or a second opinion because you don't feel like you have time.
So is it possible that you might get charged a little more because it's kind of a desperate moment? Do some companies do that?
Oh, absolutely they will. They know you're in a pinch. Typically, if you call us, me or Will can be out there within an hour to look at that problem for you. Whether you call me first or you call me second, make sure you give me a call.
Anything else, Justin?
You can always trust Fred's.
Great to know. Thank you. That's Justin Ike, the co-owner of Fred's Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Electric, and Underground. If you want more information about this great 45-year family-owned company, just go to fredscu.com. That's fredscu.com.
First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana invested in our community since 1908. Before you buy your home in 2024, we invite you to speak with one of our experienced lenders, Jack, Jim, Kim, or Lane. Experience the convenience of working with a local lender with local service, decisions, and loan underwriting in our comfortable offices. Visit us to experience the exceptional friendly service from our knowledgeable staff. Hey, if you're not already banking with us, give us a try. We think you'll love it here. We do. 356bank.com, First Federal. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 435120.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
When it comes to finding a reliable vehicle, look no further than Sarah Champagne, your trusted automotive destination. They carry a lineup of top brands including Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. And they're not just about cars, they're about people. Their team is dedicated to providing you with trustworthy service and dependable vehicles that fit your lifestyle. Experience the difference at Sarah Champagne. Visit Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, champagne.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Hi, this is Chris Jackson with Kramer Siding and Windows.